What's going on? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is May the 18th, and I know y'all like, it's early. What the hell is Prince doing on stream so early? Well, I'm going to get into that in a second, but first, um, I guess I wanted to thank everybody. No, it's not a guess. I wanted to thank everybody for all your support and well wishes during my graduation, and everybody that sent congrats and funny memes and everything. I appreciate y'all. Y'all made that day so much better, because believe it or not, it was really, really I woke up with very, very bad anxiety, and I was nervous. I don't know why, but I was just nervous because despite all the yelling and hollering and crazy stuff I may say to people and these people, but sometimes, I have them days, and I wasn't feeling like, I was worthy of what was going on. But thanks to my wife and family and you guys, y'all quickly let me know, like, hey, you earned this. You worked hard for it. Get your damn degree, and be happy. So I appreciate that, everybody. I had a blast. It was fun. It was Shout out to all the graduates out there that earned it, and got your walk in the sun and got your praise, because you deserve it. I know 2020 was rough because a lot of it was canceled, and you did your 4 years, 5 years, whatever, how long it took you to get to that moment, and then for somebody to tell you, for the pandemic to hit and stuff be postponed or canceled altogether. I was right there with you. It was absolutely a unique 2020, a unique experience for everybody involved. So, shout out to everybody. Thank you so much. And I hope everybody goes on to enjoy and be fruitful with their degrees, and make a difference with the degree that you obtain in whatever field you want to go into. If you shit, I met a young lady at Michael's yesterday, that she's, as you can see, my wall is bare because I took down my 2 degrees, and she's going to do a special plaque for me and make it all nice and neat so I could put it behind the wall, behind me, on the wall. She had a master's degree in counseling, and she was working at Michael's, and she was doing frames, and she said that she was doing house calls, she was doing social work, she was doing counseling, and she said, she had to recalibrate, and she was loving what she's doing. She said she was helping people doing another way at Michael's. She said she's not saying she wasn't going to get back into it, but this is what she loved doing. And hey, you couldn't have told me any different about this young lady. Shout out to Michael's. Um, I believe the frame is going to be fantastic. I can't wait to get it. Um, a lot of people ask me, uh, uh, what was your degree in? Well, my bachelor's degree was in criminal justice, and my master's was in criminal justice with a concentration in financial fraud. Um, so people ask, well, what you gonna do with that? My dad loves that question. What can you do with that? Hey, you can do anything you want. A degree is just the discipline. It's just a guide. It's a tool. You got lawyers that are history majors. You got people in media that are finance majors. It A degree is just a way to separate yourself from other candidates, or in America they love power, money, education. It's just something to put on your degree. So when they roll out a brochure or they roll out a consensus, they be like, hey, we got 16 people on staff, all of them have master's degrees, and blah 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 blah. And you just because you go to college doesn't mean you're going to be successful. Just because you don't go to college doesn't mean you're not gonna be successful. It's just another avenue. It's just another tool to put on your belt. You're Batman. Everybody knows I love Batman. You're Batman. It's just another tool on your belt to help you along the way. That's it. For me, when I was a police officer, everything was geared towards me furthering my career as a police officer. Well, now that I'm retired, I wasn't going to just stop doing my education. So I went ahead and finished. So now something comes along where it's sustainable and it's conducive to me and being a family man and still being there for my for Princeton, who has autism, and he has a whole bunch of meetings and stuff like that, then I'll do it. But other than that, I've been blessed to the point to where, I don't have to do that. And I'm not about to take a position from somebody that can really use it. That's just it'll be selfish and it'll be pointless and it'll be greedy. I have more than enough. I'm blessed with more than enough that I don't need to go out here and be greedy. Like some people just like going out here and being like, I make over six figures. Yeah, but then what? You make six figures, then what? You make five figures, then what? It's all about what are you doing with your opportunity? What are you doing with your money? What are you doing with your wealth? So, but that's that. So, everybody, hey, listen, like again, it's not 8 p.m., it's not Sunday, it's not some weird time. And everybody, make sure you also I want to get into this. Make sure you share this video, share this stream. Make sure you get as many people in here as possible because this is where I'm about to address something. No, it's not going to be negative, but I'm going to address something. I'm going to help you, help me, help everybody. If that makes sense. Help you, help me, help everybody. Yeah, that makes sense. Because all morning I've seen it. I'm about to read from Twitter. Here we go. I'm just going to search Philly radio. Just Philly radio in particular. Here we go. From my man Rue at Dumb Philly Fan. Sports radio in Philadelphia has become unlistenable garbage, unbelievable, and absolute trash. Nothing redeeming about either. My man Black Market. When was the last time a big Philly athlete, Philly 76ers Flyers fan, did an interview on any Philly radio station? Um, my man Ken John. He said, I can name a bad Philly 6 to 10 talk radio guy. Um, What'd he say? I just turned on Philly radio. The words I heard was Philly down 7-0, and then I turned it off. Tuned into Philly radio today. First caller has the Eagles going 12-5. Um, Radio sucks. Philly radio sucks. Um, Spike Eskin is leaving WRP. Good riddance. I hear y'all. I hear it because listen, and I'm not a phony. I used to be a huge sports radio guy. Morning talk shows, period. Like my wife would tell you, I would come home from work after working third shift. I would sit down and I would either listen to sports radio or I watch morning talk shows. Like even before I go to sleep, I just work 10 to 12 hours. I would come home, but I have to watch the news. I have to watch some type of sports talk radio or some type of morning talk show in general, just to unwind and set up the next day. But what I'm seeing is, and what I'm hearing is from my own ears too, and from what I'm reading, you guys are unhappy with what you're getting. You don't like it. You don't like how it's majority. The majority of it's negative. Every move sucks. We shouldn't be happy. We always have to pump our brakes about everything. Sports, life, just being generally happy. Imagine you waking up. Oh, I woke up. Great day. I feel good. Wife looks good. Everything good. Let me turn on my radio. Sixers blew out the I'm just gonna make up. Sixers blew out the pace. Sixers number one seed. Let's go. Turn on the radio. First thing you hear is the Sixers worry me. I know they got the first seed, but they worry me. I'm worried about Ben Simmons. I'm worried about Joel Embiid's health. I'm worried that the Sixers won't be able to beat a six seed Miami Heat if they meet them, even though they're not going to meet them. I'm worried about this. What if? 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 The Eagles signed Kerrigan yesterday. Oh, they act like this 2017. He ain't Javon Curse in his prime. Like, why are we happy? He's 33 years old. Why y'all so happy? Thank you, Shayla. Thank you for being in here, Shay. Shout out to Shay. That's the step. That's the shit we're talking about. But you know, my issue is it's not their fault. You know whose fault it is? It's my fault. It's your fault. It's everybody else's fault that listens to it. And it's definitely your fault because as I'm sitting right here, I guarantee you, you just strolled on Twitter, Facebook, or whatever. You see me talking, and you still have 97.5 WIP or whatever negative shit that triggers you on in the background. Are you sadomasochist? Do you like pain? Do you like the feeling of cutting yourself? I often said that mainly Philly sports fans, and when I mention Philly, it's because that's where I'm rooted. That's my culture. That's who I am. But I'm talking it everywhere, but specifically Philly. We have this tendency to focus on the negative. And when we have a chance to do something about it, we rather bitch about the negative than do something about it. Hey, Terry. So I bet you. So this is what I'm proposing to you guys. I was sitting here and I was like everybody else, pissed off. Like, man, I can't even find out something. I can't even listen. And I'm not saying it needs to be all sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes the Sixers need chewing out, the Phillies need chewing out, the Flyers need chewing out, the Eagles need chewing out. But sometimes you just gotta enjoy it. It's good. Like right now, the Sixers are the number one seed, a legit, bona fide NBA legit contender. All we hearing about is, well, if the health of the Nets come together, it's over. And that's national. You turn on our local shit, you would think the Sixers is a fourth seed, fifth seed, which some of you predicted they would be. But now they're the number one seed and you still ain't happy. So this is what I'm proposing. Y'all already know, I done said it before. Maybe I need to wear a shirt tattooed on my forehead. Prince Blue is retired. My day is Gucci. Besides taking care of my family and making sure Princeton is straight, I'm good. I was sitting back and I was thinking, I was like, man, you know, everybody complaining about the morning shows. The morning shows, they suck. How they're miserable. They don't want to listen to it. Well, guess what, people? My mornings are free. So if I fire up my MacBook and I want to talk sports, I want to talk sports entertainment, I want to talk something in general, what's stopping you from being here? And no, I'm not saying you have to watch me. Plug in the aux cord. Put me on in the background. And then later on, you could go back and watch whatever faces I was making or whatever. I'm here. I'm willing to do this. I want to do this. I could do mornings with y'all. It could be real time with Prince Blue in the morning. Let's go. Let's start our day off right. Because I know y'all ain't, I know all of you ain't miserable. And I know some of y'all want to feel good. I appreciate you, Swim Good. I know this. I see it. I see it on Twitter. I see it on social media when y'all say something good about the team, and then you got 10 people telling you to pump your brakes. We don't want to pump our brakes. The Sixers are coming. They're here. They're legit number one contender. We gonna shout that shit. We have arguably the MVP, and in my opinion, the best player on the fucking planet on our squad, Joel Embiid. So if you want to continue to listen to the John Kincaids tell you you're a moron, you shouldn't be happy, you should be miserable. By the way, supposed to be Philly born or bred or whatever the fuck you want to call it, went to Atlanta, now seems to have brought that transient type sports talk back here. Nah, you could be part-time in Atlanta. Here in Philly, this is full-time. We actually care about what you say about our sports teams. This ain't the Braves. This ain't the Falcons. This ain't the Hawks. Eagles, Sixers, Phillies, Flyers. We hang on to what you say here. So you bring that stupid brand, that boomer type radio, we ain't here for it no more. So I'm asking you out there, if I set aside some time in the mornings to be here with you, will you be here? I'm not selling you t-shirts. I'm not selling you mugs. I'm not telling you to buy my how to be a podcaster super package. I'm not selling any of that. All I'm telling you is click on the video, turn me on in the background, and tell everybody else, hey, if you sick of listening to Cataldi, you sick of listening to Cataldi, you sick listening to Kincaid, you sick of listening to Gargano, you sick of listening to this, you sick of listening to that. Hey, I got a guy. He comes on in the morning sometimes, and he's really good. He's really funny. You know, he tells it like it is. And listen, I'm no dummy. I know that those guys are in their business. They made it to the top for a reason. I get it. And no, I'm not trying to. No, that's wrong. It's Jim. Yes, I want their spot. Not their spot, like literally, but I want what they had. I want that platform to bring my brand to talk to everybody. I want that platform because when I hear what's on now, I'm like, man, if I had that platform, it would be totally different. I don't have sponsors. I don't have any of that stuff behind me. This is me, self-made. And you know what's really weird about it, Philadelphia? You pride yourself on the underdog, right? The TJ McConnells, the Robert Covingtons, the Vince Papalis. You got an underdog right here with you. Since we like labels, let's go. You got an underdog. You got a black man, father, husband, retired cop, retired Army veteran, type 2 diabetic, bipolar disorder, anxiety, depression, major depression. You got it right here. Who doesn't want to see that guy succeed? I'm your underdog right here. Take pride in it. Hey y'all, we got somebody who we can get behind. Somebody that's gonna be genuine and tell the truth. Somebody that's not gonna shout out conservative views or liberal views or whatever the case may be and mask it as sports talk. Somebody that's gonna really say what they want to say. It's gonna listen to the people. Oh yeah, and by the way, I'm not just gonna be talking. It's not just gonna be me. I will send the link out. And if you want to hop on and say a little something, we'll make it like a legit talk show. I'll tweet the link out and you can get in. Like right now, I'm about to send the link out. All you need is your cell phone. Or if you're at your computer, you can get on your computer. I just tweeted out the link. If y'all want to come in, y'all want to talk, y'all want to say something, we can talk about anything. I'm here. I'm here for y'all. I mean, I didn't go to a fancy broadcaster school. I don't have sponsors behind me. I don't have a major corporation behind me. This is just me being genuine. Me wanting to talk and wanting people to listen. That's it. Me wanting to be positive about things when we're supposed to be positive. And if you want to call in and be miserable, by all means, call in. That's what I want. That's the one thing that I think is missing. Because if I'm a host and somebody call in telling me, oh man, you shouldn't be happy about the number one succeed, I'm going to light your ass up. I ain't going to have to worry about no delay button, none of that crap. So that's all I'm saying. If y'all want to do this, if y'all really want to get behind a quote unquote underdog, that's what we love, right? We love the underdog. Let me shout it out for you again. Black man, father, father of three, youngest has special needs. He's autistic, educated, retired cop, retired Army veteran, bipolar, major depressive, anxiety. But yet I'm still here. Nobody's going to stop what I got going on. So, again, if you are sick and tired of what you're hearing in the mornings, I'm here. I just sent out the link. So if y'all want to just fire up and fire off, get your you may want to just get some things off your chest. And no, you don't have to be on video. It could just be your voice. Because I know some people are like, I don't want to be on camera. You don't have to be on camera. Just mute your damn camera. This stuff is easy. That's another thing that we supposed to be this technologically advanced society, and y'all act like y'all can't do the simple things like go to a podcast, hit subscribe, leave a rating. It's not hard. And if you can't do it, I'm pretty sure you got a son, a cousin, daughter, somebody who's hit with it. They gonna be like, oh yeah, I can subscribe to Real Time Prince Blue for you, no problem. Want me to set your notifications up? I got you. All right. So again, I'm ready when y'all are. We can launch this and I'll fire it up and you come in, or it just be me talking to myself about 45 minutes to an hour. But I'll be here and I'm gonna go over stuff that I want to go over. And I'm gonna be positive when I need to be positive, and I'm gonna be negative when I need to be negative. So what I did want to talk about was um let's talk about this Kwame Brown against Steven Jackson and Becky with the good hair, aka Matt Barnes. Yo, shout out to Kwame Brown. You want to talk about somebody that came back? I mean, he rose like Kane, Undertaker, and Kane. My man just came back like dude been taking it on the chin for 20 years. He said, y'all ain't this ain't it. Yeah, I'm tired of this bullshit. I ain't spoke on you. Don't speak on me. Here we go. Well, anyway, uh Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes has a podcast, and they had Gilbert Arenas on there with them, and they started talking about Kwame Brown. And it was kind of like a ha ha kiki beta male giggle fest. And it triggered Kwame. Kwame fired up and he dropped some nuggets. He dropped some nuggets about how, people want to call him a bust. And you know what? It made me start thinking, if if you made it to the top of your profession, how can you be a bust? And that makes sense. Now, you may not be on the level of your contemporaries, but you made it into an elite fraternity that the average Joe can't say they did. So you're not a bust. You just wasn't as good as the rest of them. And you know what? Start right here, right now. Like I'm, I'm throwing away that bust label. Call it soft, call it whatever you want to call it. I'm throwing away the whole bust thing. If you make it to the NBA or the NFL or the top of your sports profession, you ain't a bust. You're successful. You did it. These guys are taking care of their households at a young age. Like Kwame Brown said, he said his mom was on a golf course at 18. When he turned 18, he put his mom on the golf course. Can you imagine that type of load to carry? He wore a size 13 at 13 years old. He said, guess what shoe you couldn't find? A size 13. He said he played basketball without shoes. He was on a lunch program. When his brothers went to jail when he was 14, he had to go to work. He went to McDonald's. He had an old 70-year-old guy driving him to work every day. And that old guy was teaching him the business. He stepped up when his father left off. By the way, you should hear about how his father put him on the train tracks and told him, if you my son, you'll be able to get off these train tracks. I'm telling you, it was some good stuff. But Kwame Brown pretty much spoke on how, yes, he was the number one overall pick, but it was politics behind it. And he was immediately supposed to be shipped off. It's a lot of stuff. I ask you to go see the video because I don't want to explain it all the way, but go see the video. But pretty much, he was going at Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes, aka Becky with the good hair, and Gilbert Arenas, who he calls the silly little boy. And he was talking about how um, these athletes and some of these media personalities are quote unquote gatekeepers for the chaos. He broke it down a lot, man, and it spoke volumes to me because it was like, you know, we always want to we always want to make excuses about why we can't do something. The man this, the white man this, that, blah, 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 blah. But they don't have to talk about us anymore. We do a damn good job doing that to ourselves. And he broke it down about Steven Jackson, about how phony he is, how he wants to be Black Lives Matter 1 minute, then Black Lives Matter, then gangbanger the next, and then this and that and the third. And you know what? It makes sense to this point. I'm gonna make it quick to this point. We got to be careful who we put our attention and efforts and who we let lead, not even lead us, but who we let gaslight us. Because some of these people, like, if you think about it, if you making $10 million a year or you got a whole bunch of money, but yet you still want to act a fool, be in the streets, act like a gangbanger, have a huge platform when you're on ESPN and do all this, but you want to still gangbang, be in a club, bring guns to the club, is that somebody you really want to listen to? Because at that point, your longevity is just because you got money and people listen to you more when you have money or when they feel like they can mooch off of you. That's not somebody I want to listen to. So I pray that y'all I pray that y'all understand where I'm coming from. And like I said, I'm here. I want to do real time with Prince Blue in the mornings, and I want to make it work. And I want to make everybody. I want to give people a real alternative. So if that's what you want, I'm gonna be here. Then you be here. Show up. Make sure you can find me on at Real Prince Blue on Twitter, on Instagram, and just Prince Blue on Facebook. Please like and subscribe to my podcast. Leave a rating. Every rating helps. Um, I will see y'all later. Um, like I said, just let me know what y'all want to do and how y'all want to proceed with this. And I'm ready. I'm here. I wish all of you have a fantastic day. Be safe. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time and seek some positivity. You got to balance out that negativity. All right. So this real time with Prince Blue. I'm out. I'll talk to y'all later.